Hello and welcome back, dear students. Wish you all stay happy, healthy, and safe at home and do your studies regularly and properly. I am Yojana Parak, and today we are going to see a chapter for Standard 4 students from your English textbook, Very Good. From this book, we are going to see chapter number 10. The name of this chapter is Pinocchio. The chapter has already been explained. Now we are going to see the new words and exercise of this chapter. So now let us begin. First new word is carpenter. Who is carpenter? The carpenter is a person who makes and repairs wooden object or structure. You can also call carpenter as woodmaker. The person who makes or repairs the wooden object or structure. The sentence you can make with this new word is the carpenter was making the table. Next is queer. Queer, that means strange, something which is odd. So the sentence you can make with this word can be she behaved in a queer manner. She behaved in an odd manner. Next word is plane. That is a tool used by carpenter to give the shape to the wood. That means the tool which is used for shaping the wood. The sentence you can make with this word that the carpenter used his plane to shape the wood. Next is puzzled. Puzzled means confused or not able to understand. When teacher asked me the question, I was puzzled because I did not know the answer. Next one is puppet. Puppet, that means doll sense or an object made with wood. So that is called puppet. Mostly puppets are given the shape of animal, human or any kind of object. Those puppets are moved by the string which is held by human. So puppet is an object made from wood or cloth that is moved by human through strings. Here the sentence you can make that the carpenter made a wooden puppet. Next one is took shape. Took shape, that means take shape. It is a phrase that means taking any shape. Here you can make a sentence with this word that after freezing, the water took shape of ice. Next one is amazed. That means greatly surprised or astonished. Here you can make the sentence as I was surprised to see the fairy. You can make sentence according to your wish. Next is finished. That means completed. Here you can make sentence as I have finished my work or I have finished my dinner. Anyway, it is up to you. You can make sentence according to your wish. Next word is stiff. That means rigid, which is not movable or easily flexible. Here you can make the sentence that door was stiff and I could not open it. Next sentence is decided. That means having clear opinion. When you have made a clear opinion, that is called decided. That is your decision. So here the sentence can be made as My father decided that we will go to picnic at Saputara. So in this way, new words can be used and their meaning can be understood. Next exercise is reading is fun. Let us see the exercise. First question is, what did the carpenter buy? The carpenter bought a piece of wood. Next is, what did he make out of it? He made a puppet out of it. Third is, what did he call his puppet? He called his puppet Pinocchio. What did Pinocchio say in the end? He said that I am happy to be a real boy and now I will never lie again. Let us see the answers now. First answer is the carpenter bought a queer piece of wood. Second is what he made? He made a puppet out of it. Third, what name he gave to the puppet? He called him Pinocchio. And last one, at the end he said, I am glad to be a real boy. I will never lie again. So these were the answer of this exercise. Now let us see the next exercise is let's talk. There are two questions. First one is, have you ever seen a puppet? And second one is, tell the story of Pinocchio with action. This you have to do practically. So no answer you have to write for this. For the first question, you can write the answer as, if you have seen the puppet, you can say, yes, I have seen the puppet, or if you have not seen the puppet, you can say, no, I have not seen the puppet. Next exercise is word building. Here, first we will see word fun. How many words can you make from Pinocchio? Here is the answer. Pin, hop, picnic, chin, iconic, coin, nip, hip, chop and pinch. That means this word you have to use, and from the letters of this word you have to make different spellings. Here P-I-N, pin, P-I-C-N-I-C, picnic. Use one letter once only. Next is chin, C-H-I-N, chin. Next one is iconic, so I-C-O-N-I-C. As I told you, you can use one letter once only. Okay? So iconic done. Next is coin, C-O-I-N, coin. In this way, you have to make these words from this one spelling. Using the letter of this one spelling, you have to make different spelling out of this word. Next one is nip, N-I-P, nip. Next one is hip, H-I-P, hip. Next one is chop, so C-H-O-P, chop. And last one is pinch, P-I-N-C-H, pinch. Now pin is the needle. Next is hop, that means a little jump. Picnic, that is a tour for fun. Chin, that is a body part. Iconic, that is something which is very wonderful, beautiful, or which you can say as your idol. Next is coin, that is currency. Next one is nip, and then hip, that is also body part. Chop, that means to cut very finely. And last one is pinch. So these were the words made from this single word. You have to make 10 words using the letter of this word. Now let us see the next exercise. Let's write. You have to make opposite with the words. Here the words are given, and now you have to use dis or in to make opposite of these words. That means you have to add prefix to these words and then make new word which is exactly opposite to the given words. Okay. So using dis and in prefix, you have to make opposite words of the given words. Now let us see how it is made. Respect, disrespectful. Next is able, disabled. Efficient, inefficient. Own, disown. Capable, incapable. Secure, insecure. So in this way you have to use dis or in. Either dis or in to make opposite word of this given word. Here full is not there, it is just mistake. You have to write disrespect only. Next exercise is make naming words by adding ness, et or ty at the end of the words given below. So this is suffix that you have to add after the given words, and you have to make a new word by adding this suffix. Let us see. First word is public. So we will add ity, publicity. Next word is forgive. Here we will add ness and new word will be forgiveness. Next is kind, and by adding ness, new word will be kindness. Next is polite. By adding ness, the new word will be politeness. Next one is moral. By adding ity, new word will be morality. Next word is stupid. By adding ity, new word will be stupidity. Then blind. By adding ness, new word will be blindness. Next is cruel. By adding ty, new word will be made cruelty. Then swift. By adding ness, new word will be swiftness. Then solid. By adding ity, new word will be solidity. Let us understand the meaning of this. Forgive, that means to let go. Next is kind, that means to have pity on someone or something. Next is polite, that is very humble and quiet in low tone. Next is moral, that is ethics, values. Stupid, foolish. Blind, who cannot see. Cruel, who is very who does not have pity or mercy. That one is called cruel. Next is swift, smooth. Next is solid, hard. So in this way you have to make new words by adding suffix to this given words. Now this all were adjective, and the new word which is made, that is abstract noun. Now let us see the next exercise. Question number 3. In this, you have to do the following work. Which of the following would you expect a carpenter to use at work? Here, the list of things is given, and among these things, which of the thing do you think that a carpenter use? First one is bench. Does carpenter use bench or it make bench? No, it does not use bench, but by using tools it can make bench. So when the carpenter does not use bench, so we will not use this word. Next is poker. Does carpenter use poker? No. Next is plane. That is a tool of carpenter. Carpenter use plane for shaping the wood. So that we will write here in the answer. Next is chisel. Yes, that is the tool of carpenter. So we will write it. Next is fork. No, carpenter does not use fork. Next one is spade. Yes, carpenter use spade. Next is blotting paper. Carpenter does not use paper, any kind of paper. Next is lawn mower. Now, lawn mower is used to cut the grass in the lawn. Here, the carpenter does not have any use of lawn mower. Next is telescope. That is used to see the stars or the objects in the sky or space. So, carpenter does not use telescope. Next is pincers. Carpenter does not use pincers. Next is jaw. Jaw is the body part. Next is scissors. Carpenter does not use scissor because wood cannot be cut by scissors. Next is hammer. He used hammer to nail the wood. Next is mat. No, carpenter does not need mat. Next one is nail. Yes, carpenter use nails to fit the wooden object. Then lathe. Yes, it is the object. It is the tool of carpenter. Then pencil. Yes, the carpenter use pencil to draw the sketch of the object which he has to make. Next is anvil. Sorry, the carpenter does not use anvil. So here there are 8 tools which are used by carpenter: plane, lathe, chisel, pencil, hammer, anvil, nail, and spade. Now let us see next exercise. Now make sentence using some of the above words. Here some words are given, and from these words you have to make sentence. The words which were given earlier, from this you have to make 5 sentences. First is plane. The tool which are used by carpenter. From those tools you have to make 5 sentences. Plane, that is the carpenter used here. The carpenter used his plane on the wood to make it smooth. The plane is the tool which is used to shape the wood. So here the sentence is, the carpenter used his plane on the wood to make it smooth. To make the wood smooth. Next is chisel. He chiseled some marble. Next is hammer. The carpenter lost his hammer. Next one is nails. I hit some nails with the hammer on the wall. Next is lathe. You should use lathe with good care because it is very dangerous. So these were the sentence made by the words given in the question number 3. These words are taken from question number 3 and you have to make sentence from this word in question number 4. Now let us see the next exercise. Okay, last one is spade. Spade is also the tool of carpenter, and the sentence from this word can be, he is working in the garden with a spade. The carpenter, here it is not necessary to use the word carpenter, just you have to make sentence from the word spade. So here the sentence is made, he is working in the garden with spade. Now next exercise is, give another word from the story that means the same. So here these 4 words are given and you have to find similar words of this from the story. First word is completed. The similar word given in the story is finished. Second word is surprised. The similar word for this is amazed. Next word is strange. The similar word of it given in the story, that is queer. Next word is make up your mind. The similar word of this is decided. That is given in the story. Next exercise is add or are. Er or are to the doing words below to make new words. So you have to add er or are. Either er or are to make new words. Here some words are given. Stiff, by adding er, new word will be made stiffer. Next is strange. Here e is already given, so you will add just r, stranger. Next is fight. The new word will be fighter. Next is dance. New word will be dancer by adding r. Next is juggle. The new word will be juggler. Next is ride. New word will be rider. Then speak, speaker. Use, user. Write, writer. Joke, joker. Now, this word, the doing words and the new words are noun. Okay? So, in this way, you have to add er or r and then you have to make new word from this given words. Now, let us understand the meaning of these words. Stiff, that is hard to move or less flexible. Next is strange, that is queer or odd. Then fight, that means to have physical quarrel. Then dance, that is an activity. Next is juggle, moving something in a circular manner, continuous, that is called juggle. Next is ride, ride that means to set upon something and then travel, that is called riding. And the one who ride is called rider. Then speak, that is an activity of saying something, speaking. Next is use. Next is write. Then joke, that is to say something which is funny. So the one who tells the joke is known as joker. So in this way you have to make the new words by adding r or er. Now let us see the next exercise. Here the comprehension passage is given. Once a cunning that means mischievous, jackal jumped into a big tub of blue dye. There was a big tub of blue dye and a mischievous jackal jumped into it. "I'm your king," he said. All the animals, big and small, believed him and bowed before him. The clever jackal smiled. Now he was the most powerful animal in the forest. He was proud to be a king. And when the jackal jumped into the blue dye, his color was changed and no one could identify that jackal. And when that jackal came out from the tub, he found that he looked different from all other animals. So he said that, I am your king and I am the god. And all the animals felt that he is different from us, so might be that is true that he is our king. And all the animals, big and small, all bowed, bent down before him. And he was the powerful animal in the forest because everyone followed him because they thought that the blue jackal is king. And he was feeling very proud to be a king. Once the jackal woke up in the middle of the night. Why he woke up? The jackals in the forest were howling at the full moon in the sky. It is the habit of jackal that whenever there is full moon night, they will do howling. And everyone was thinking that the blue jackal is not a jackal but he is the king. No one knew that he is a jackal. But when the other jackal of the forest howled in the full moon night, that is a habit of every jackal that they will howl in the full moon night. So he could not control himself when other jackal howled on the full moon night. The blue jackal forgot he was a king and he too began to howl because he could not control himself. As other jackal howled, he also howled in the full moon night and he forgot that he was a king. And no one knew that he is a jackal. But when he howled, everyone got to know that he is not the king and he is jackal and he was making us fool. Oh, he cried. The animals ran out to see. He is not a king, he is just a jackal. They shouted. They rushed to attack him. Stop, stop, I'm sorry, I tricked you. Please do not kill me, said the blue jackal. He tricked with them, that means he made them fool. And he told a lie. So that is why everyone got angry and they shouted on him that he was making them fool and he lied with them. So they started attacking him. Then he asked for forgiveness and accepted that he was wrong and asked for their forgiveness. Then the animals forgave him, but only after giving the jackal a good beating. They beaten the jackal and then they forgiven him and did not kill him. Because he lied, they were angry and they beaten him. So in this way, the blue jackal got the lesson that he should not lie because lie cannot last forever. This was a Panchatantra tale, a Panchatantra story. In Panchatantra, lots of stories about animals are given. So this story was also from the Panchatantra stories of animals. Now next exercise is reading is fun. We have read the comprehension and now we have to give answers of the question given from the comprehension. So the first question is, why did the animals think that the jackal was a king? The animals thought that the jackal was king because he dyed himself in blue color and no one could recognize him that he was a jackal. So that is why, because he looked different from all other animals, they thought that he is the king. Next is, how did the jackal become blue? The jackal jumped into a big tub of blue dye and became blue. Because the jackal jumped in the blue dye, he became blue in color. Next is, what did the animals do when they saw the blue jackal? When the animals saw the blue jackal, they thought that he was their king and bowed before him. All the animals thought that the jackal looked different, so as the jackal said that I am the king, they all agreed and accepted it, and they all, big and small, all the animals bowed before him. They bent down before him and gave him respect of a king. Next exercise, next question is, why did the dog feel scared when they saw the jackal? The answer is, the dogs felt scared when they saw the jackal because jackal was looking fearful in blue color. It looked horrible in blue color. That is why the dog became afraid of him and were scared. Next is, how did the animals know that the king was just a jackal? How they got to know that the king was jackal? Once the jackal got up in the middle of the night hearing the other jackals howling in the forest. He forgot that he was a king and began to howl loudly with all other jackals. All the animals ran out to see and found that the jackal was howling, and then they got to know that it was not the king but just a jackal. So in this way, because of his howling, they got to know that that was not a king but just a jackal. Now the next exercise is say aloud. Here you just have to speak these words loudly and understand the pronunciation of these words. First word is laugh. Second word is fish. Third word is fan. Then few. Then cough. Then dish. Van. View. Rough. Wish. Ran. Dew. Here you can see these are rhyming words. Laugh, cough, rough. Fish, dish, wish. Fan, van, ran. Few, view, dew. Now let us understand the meaning of these words. Laugh, that means hasna. Fish, that is machli. Fan, pankha. Few, some, kuch. Cough, khansi. Dish, that is the utensil we use to serve the food. Van, here you can see the image of van, that is a vehicle. View, that is the scenario. Next is rough, which is not smooth. Wish, desire. Ran, to run quickly, to walk quickly. Then dew, that is the drop of water which has frozen and that looked like a dew, frozen ice you can say, or frozen water. Next is fun time. Here you have to make a puppet. What would you need to make the puppet? A brown envelope, newspaper, stick, glue, paper, colors and sketch pen. This is all you need to make a puppet. Now by using these things, how can you make a puppet? Let us see the method. Make the face of a monkey on white paper and color it with the sketch pen or colors. Next is cut out the face and stick it on the brown envelope. Crush the newspaper and fill it in the brown envelope. Now you have to fill the envelope. So it will look like this. Put the stick inside the envelope. Here you can see the stick is put in the envelope, and then close the mouth of the envelope firmly. Here you can see the envelope is closed with the tape, or you can use ribbon. Here ribbons are used. And now your puppet is ready. So in this way, first you have to make the shape, then you have to stuff it, and then put a stick in it and tie it properly, and then the puppet is ready. So this is the activity which you have to do at your home. Here the exercise completes and this chapter also completes. Now we come to an end of this video, and now we will meet in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself, be safe, and keep on learning. Thanks for being with me. See you.